Hi, this is Jeff from Kunes Honda, bringing you another episode of Kunes Car Convo. Today we'll be picking up Drew Quintero from Cornerstone in Quincy. We will be driving a 24 Honda Accord Hybrid EXL. All right, here we go. We are ready for another episode of Kunes Car Convo. Today we have with us Drew Quintero from Cornerstone. I know there's something else, at Family?
Foundations for Families.
Foundation for Families, yes. So he's with us today, so we're going to get started. So we're off.
Let's do it.
So how are we doing today, Drew?
I am great.
Good.
It is, a little dreary, but it's a perfect fall morning, I think. I'm loving the weather.
Perfect. I tell you, I've been excited for this one ever since we got together and had a little conversation. So I know you are full of energy and tons of stuff about Quincy. So I think this will be a fun day. So
I'm ready. Let's bring it on.
All right. So tell us a little bit about you.
Me?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm Drew. I was born in Marceline, Missouri, the boyhood home of Walt Disney, and have a huge love for all things Disney. My mom is from Quincy, so we moved back so I could be near grandparents, and went through the Quincy public schools, got involved in the theater scene, and have moved around a couple times, lived out in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania for a year, and worked for the Walnut Street Theater, the oldest theater in America, and moved back, worked at Mercantile Bank for a couple of years, about 9, and then am now at Cornerstone Foundations for Families as the Marketing and Development Director.
Nice. I'd actually forgot about your stint at the bank. I remember that.
Yes.
Remember seeing you there. So now you're at Cornerstone.
Now I'm at Cornerstone.
Tell us a little bit about Cornerstone and what they do. How they impact Quincy.
Absolutely. Cornerstone is a mental health facility, and we have therapists, family support specialists, and some caseworkers. And we provide affordable therapy to the Quincy community. We also have 3 programs that benefit underserved populations here in town, new and expectant mothers who are at risk for child neglect or abuse. Adoption preservation for families who are going through the adoption process, have adopted children and maybe just need a little extra support, as well as our comprehensive youth services program that will provide therapy to students free of charge. Those underserved programs are all free of charge to clients, which is a fantastic thing. Yeah.
Amazing. This is my 3rd car convo, and I'm amazed every time how much I learn.
Right.
It seems like we all kind of get in our own little bubble, so to speak, and we don't really realize A, the need in our community, and then B, the fact that we have so many resources. So it's just, I'm almost like without words for some of the things you just talked about. So, things I would have never thought about we needed it.
And those are the things, Cornerstone opened in 1947, and there was a group of people who sent out kind of a citywide survey of what does Quincy need, and one of the things was services for families to help them through things, which would be 1947 speak for counseling, therapy. And so Cornerstone opened its doors, back then known as the Family Service Agency, and provided assistance, treatment, therapy, counseling to families, individuals, as well as returning veterans from World War II. So Quincy was on that forefront of acknowledging mental health and getting the help to the people. So, which, mental health is kind of has a lot of stigmas around it, I feel like. Those are slowly going away, which is fantastic. But to know that Quincy, this small little town in the middle of Illinois in the Midwest of the United States in 1947 was like, no, this is a thing, and we're going to find a way to help those people. So,
definitely ahead of the curve for sure.
Absolutely.
No doubt. So how does some of the, for those in the community, obviously things don't take place for free. So there are funds that are needed. What are some things that Quincy can know about, or even the tri-state area can know about, that could help support Cornerstone?
Absolutely. Well, we are very fortunate. that we have some wonderful grantors in the area who provide funding for some of our programs like our comprehensive youth services. We get a good portion of our money from the United Way of Adams County.
Okay.
Yay, United Way.
Right.
We get funding from Tracy Family Foundation and Mary Mariner Jackson Trust.
Nice.
So lots of great organizations in the community who support. People can also just make donations to Cornerstone. One of our biggest fundraisers is Dancing with Local Stars.
I was getting ready to ask you about that, so I knew you'd have a big smile on your face for that.
We do. I do love that event so much. I actually participated in 2020. I was a dancer, and then found out that when you win dancing, you apparently then get a job at Cornerstone because it all happened within days. I actually interviewed for my position the day of dancing.
Okay.
So interviewed in the morning, danced at night, won, and then about a week later got the phone call that they wanted to hire me, and I was like, oh, was that part of this meeting? That's nice.
Yeah, exactly, right?
But dancing is our biggest fundraiser of the year. We're so excited. It's Friday, February 2nd, 2024, and we have some big things planned this year that are slowly going to be revealed to the community.
Nice.
I can just let you know that, Jeff, it's going to be a totally radical, tubular, gnarly event this year.
Nice.
And we're so excited to bring that back.
Yeah, 100%. That's been a kind of a staple event for Quincy for many years.
This will be our 14th year.
Yeah. And it's I think it's always a challenge to keep that vitality, in that arena. So great, you guys are bringing something fresh and new.
Yeah.
I attended last year, so we had a great time. So we'll definitely put it on our calendar. So, so we are traveling today in a 2024 Honda Accord Hybrid EXL.
This is very nice.
We're on 30th and Main, so we're getting ready to pull kind of around near the Baldwin School area. So fill us in a little bit on, you talked about the educational things that you guys do. So let's talk a little about how that impacts these kids.
Driving by Baldwin, perfect timing. Comprehensive Youth Services is a program that we have at Cornerstone that allows students to get therapy and counseling free of charge. We have partnered with the schools since the mid-'80s to provide these services. And if a teacher is noticing that a student might be acting up or having problems focusing, and they've done what they can, they've gone to the school counselor and they've done what they can contact Cornerstone and say, hey, we have a kid that we think might benefit from your services. And then our therapist will go to the school and meet with the student there, provide the therapy. The families are involved as well. But one of the big things that was one of the reasons they started it back in the 80s was to make sure that there were no barriers for families. That we're coming to your student, you don't have to worry about leaving work to pick up your kid to take them to a session. We are there to support them. The families are involved in those sessions. If the therapist has to go to the family's home, they will conduct some services at the home, or they can come to our office over the summer. So we really want to make sure that we can get the kids the help that they need so that they can then go, their path in life is set at a little better, to eliminate dropping out of school, involvement in the correctional facilities and things like that, staying away from DCFS issues, things like that. So we're really proud of that program. And like I said, started in the 80s. Again, Quincy really stepping up and saying, hey, this is a thing. And our therapists that go to their schools are so great with the kids. We get so many fantastic letters of feedback from kids, families, the schools themselves saying, this program is rocking. And we're so excited, and we're ready to continue on. And that's one of those, that's our always looking for ways to fund that program so we can get more therapists out to those kids to get more kids the help that they need.
Yep. I think what you're talking about, the stigma and the that vulnerable element that we're all scared to kind of maybe bring to the forefront. Claudia, she was a therapist,
yes,
and so I get free therapy all the time. And just in our communication, as we all grow up, we always live with that element of fear. We don't want to be vulnerable, and I think what an amazing outreach you have to challenge them at such a young age, and to not have that fear or stuff those things that are kind of going through, and then the awareness of the educator helping identify that need, and you're right there to pick up the pieces.
That's right.
Just a really amazing dynamic.
Everything just flows so well. Our mission is that we provide the skills, support, and hope to those so they can lead effective, fulfilling lives, and that every day is what we come in and do. And how can we help those coming to us?
Right.
How can we help the community know that they're not alone? That so many people go through these same thoughts and feelings, and it's okay. And talking to someone isn't meaning that you're weak or that you have failed at life. I like to say everyone experiences a little hiccup in life. Sometimes those hiccups last a little longer. Sometimes it's a little, but we are here to get you the help that you need in that time. And, if it's a quick, couple weeks of sessions or 3 or 4 sessions, and you're like, you know what, I've moved on. I've dealt with this issue and I'm good. We will say thank you. We're always here. Come back if you need us.
Sure.
If it takes a little longer and that happens, we're going to be with you every step of the way.
Sure. So what are some of the rewarding things you do? I know you're on the marketing side of Cornerstone, so tell us some of the things that you like most about marketing for Cornerstone.
It's going to sound very cliche and cheesy, but it's that I get to be a part of an organization who is making a difference in the world.
Right.
I have suffered from my own little mental health struggles here and there, as we all have. But knowing that Cornerstone is there every day to help out gives me a sense of hope for the community, a sense of excitement that there is something on the horizon that's going to be better.
I love it.
So, yeah.
Great answer. I think working for Kunes as well, we have similar rewarding elements with impacting different organizations. We're partnered with the United Way as well, and I know we've partnered with you guys in the past at different events. And so it's really nice to be a part of the community, even though we impact completely different spectrums of the community. But we're all kind of working for the same good,
goal,
to make our family, our community as healthy and as good as we possibly can. Good stuff. So I know you've got a little bit of theater background, so we're making our way towards the Oakley Lindsay Theater. So fill us in a little bit on what that part of life brings to you. What is that?
That part of life, that gives me the chance to live out every wildest dream I have ever had.
All right.
I am sure you could ask many people and they will say, the energy that I have is just needs to go somewhere.
Right.
My mom and dad would definitely say that. Theater was just a great escape. I did some little church musicals and shows when I was younger at a friend's church, and then in the 4th grade auditioned for Oliver at the high school and got in, and that was just kind of like the bug really bit then, and it was, I can get up on stage, I can kind of have people look at me and applaud and have fun, and I can sing and I can dance and I can do all these things, and it just kind of kept growing and becoming this bigger part of my life where over the years I've grown and learned so much through the theater, time management skills, leadership abilities, things like that, all these things that you don't really, a lot of times you don't think of that coming from a theatrical artistic background, but it really just has really shaped me. Shaped me as who I am, and working in the marketing department at Cornerstone, I get to be creative that way too, but then every so often cross the stage floor and do a quick tap dance.
Well, my first chance to get to see you perform was in Chicago.
Yes.
it took me a minute to catch on who you were
yeah.
for your role, but you did such a great job.
Thank you.
And you had so much fun. And at the end, when you do your curtain call or whatever it was,
big reveal.
just the excitement of the crowd, and you did a phenomenal job.
Well, thank you.
So I was very pleased to experience that. It was my first Drew Quintero performance. So.
That show Chicago was one of those special things. We started that in the late winter, early spring of 2020. I was changing jobs at the time, so everything was just kind of going. And then, I don't know if you know this, Jeff, but something happened in March of 2020, and the world just kind of stopped.
It did, right, for a little bit.
for just like a day or two, the world just kind of stopped. We, in Chicago, the cast, we did our tech rehearsal, where you add the costumes, the lights, everything on a Sunday, and left thinking, okay, we'll be back tomorrow.
Sure.
Rumblings were happening of like, Walt Disney World's gonna close for a few days, or Broadway's gonna take a little break because this thing is happening. And we received emails on Monday that we were taking a pause as well.
Right.
And we did not come back to Chicago until the summer of 2021.
Right.
And so that moment, when we opened back up, I'm getting chills thinking about it. It's so funny. As we drive by the theater right now, it was a rock concert that night. I mean, the cast was we were all, just like on edge, ready to do it. We'd been working on this, we did Zoom rehearsals during the shutdown. Everyone continued to work, and we came back stronger. We lost a few members due to scheduling conflicts. Sure. But we came back in that opening night when Brandon Thompson, artistic director, walked out on stage. I mean, that audience erupted. We were all standing backstage. Most were standing backstage. I was still getting ready. For those who didn't know, I played Mary Sunshine, a man posing as a woman. And so I was getting my makeup done, my wig put on, my earrings. I was looking so fabulous. And yeah, that night and every night of that show was just so special. And to get to play such a kind of different part. I did the show in college and played Billy Flynn, the lawyer. And so it was one where I was like...
And that was Mark Kespin.
And that was Mark Kespin, yeah.
Which, Mark does one of our radio shows during the week. So
and Mark and I became good friends during that run. And his now wife, Lindsay Stroot, and I are great friends, and that's one of the great things about theater is you meet so many different people that you might not ever in your every normal day life come in contact with. But the friendships that I have made over the years, the connections, it's just, good old Quincy Community Theater, is a gem of a place here.
It is a hidden gem.
It is, yeah.
I just grew up across the river and really had no idea to the extent and it is not a small town operation.
No.
It is as good of a viewing and a theater production that you'll see just about anywhere.
Yeah,
so it is.
We are very
Plus
fortunate.
the talent we have in town.
Yeah,
that's amazing too.
The talent in this town is amazing, and that's a great thing too. Just, the arts are so important to me that almost every other weekend there is some type of art event or something going on in this town that you can experience, watch, be a part of yourself.
Yeah, nice.
That's great.
All right, so speaking on talent, we know you're talented. So one of the things that I have been doing on this, I am not participating because I am not a singer. As a side note, I was in about the 3rd grade, and my music teacher actually asked me to lip sync during the Christmas program.
Oh no!
And on my grade card at the bottom of the thing, I passed music or something, but she literally wrote, "Your son cannot carry a tune in a bucket." So that would not fly in today's world, for sure.
No.
But, so anyway, I will not participate. So, but I know there's something probably in your bag of musical favorites as we kind of circle around here about towards Cornerstone. Give us one of your favorites.
Favorites? Oh, man. Being put on the spot now, I'm trying to think, what's a song that I know all the words to?
Right. Or just kind of the opening.
Little thing. Let's think. I've been listening to the Beatles a lot right now. I don't know what it is. It's a season. I'm just feeling the Beatles. And right before you picked me up, I was listening to Blackbird. So that's just a real calm, so blackbird singing in the dead of night, spread your open wings and learn to fly. Always a beautiful tune. Oh man, what's another? And now I can't remember any of this. Oh, man. Gotcha. The pressure, you guys. There's a great show, Waitress. And I just finished doing the 100th anniversary gala at the theater. And at that, it was a Dream Rules reimagined, where people, got to sing songs they might not normally get to sing. And so the musical Waitress is such a fantastic show, so moving, based on a movie. But there's this song, She Used to Be Mine, where Jenna, the lead character, is speaking to her unborn baby at the time and just kind of saying, life has been hard, but we're going to have each other. And so it starts out, it's not simple to say that most days I don't recognize me, but these shoes and this apron, this place and its patrons have taken more than I gave them. It's not easy to know. And then it goes on. And it's just a beautiful, just simple tune. And so, yeah. And, in that song, Jenna in that show is dealing with a lot in her life. And, that song also reminds me a lot of the work that we do here. That people in your life might take more than you might be able to offer them. And in those moments, you can sit back, quietly reflect, figure life out, and if you need to, you can come and there are those who will listen to you and help you out.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what are, as we pull back into Cornerstone.
Back here at Cornerstone.
So as we kind of wind things down, what are some things, if people wanted to contribute, what are some things initially that we can get a hold of you from the marketing standpoint or fundraising standpoint, and then also give us the dates again for Dancing with the Stars.
You bet.
I'm assuming you still need participants for that. So.
We are good on our participants. We are ready.
Nice.
We have a full cast ready for that. Nice. So if anyone wants to make a contribution to Cornerstone in any way, there are so many easy ways. One, you can visit our website, www.cornerstone-quincy.org. There you can make donations via credit card on that. You can give us a call, 217-222-8254. You can ask for me and we can take donations over the phone. You can mail us a check to 316 North 9th Street here in Quincy. You can also stop by the office and I am happy to talk to you, kind of give you a quick little tour of the building so you can kind of see who we are, what we do. So lots of ways. Following us on Facebook, we constantly are posting ways to give. And then Dancing with Local Stars is our big fundraiser. Tickets will go on sale Friday, December 1st.
At the Ambiance again?
Be at the Ambiance again this year. So tickets on sale Friday, December 1st for this totally gnarly tubular event. That's we're giving these.
You've sparked a little bit of interest out there with the folks, I think.
So we're very excited, and that event is Friday, February 2nd, 2024.
Outstanding. Well, there you have it. Another episode of Kunes Car Convo.
It was great. So fun.
We were so happy to have Drew, and please, if you have any interest in helping the Cornerstone here in Quincy, please reach out to Drew and their team. And they have just a great impact on what we do. So this is Jeff signing off, and we'll see you at the next go.
Awesome. Thank you.